tonight. Nigerian police force responds to United States security alert, assures Nigerians and visitors of due diligence. Federal government advocates regulation of social media platforms. National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control warns against fake antibiotic in circulation. Plus, update from the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA ILORIN News Tonight. I am Abdul Wahid Bibiri. The Nigerian Police Force has responded to the U.S. Embassy Security Advisory, particularly in the capital city of Abuja, assuring Nigerians and visitors that the due diligence will be done. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi indicates that the police are not taking the threat intelligence for granted, noting that all hands are on deck with other security agencies to nip the threat in the bud. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police has ordered the FCT Commissioner of Police and other heads of tactical squads and state command CPs to re-strategize the security management within their jurisdictions necessary for providing safety to all and sundry. The Court of Appeal in Abuja on Monday reserved judgment in an application by the federal government seeking a stay of execution of the court's judgment that ordered the release of leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Justice Aruna Samani, who presided over the hearing of the application, announced that a date for delivery of judgment will be communicated to the parties when ready. The federal government, while arguing the application, told the Court of Appeal that Kanu constituted a huge threat to national security and must be kept in detention to have relative peace. The government also said that Kanu was a flight risk and will escape out of the country if the judgment, which order is released, was not stayed. In a motion for stay of execution of the October 13 judgment delivered in favor of Kanu, the FG insisted that the Biafra nation agitator would throw the nation's security into jeopardy and prejudice to the public and private economy activities. The FG's counsel, David Kasawe, while arguing the motion, informed the appellate court that Kanu had earlier demonstrated to be flight risk when he jumped out of the country when granted bail in the terrorism charges against him at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kasawe insisted that it was in the interest of the country and the need to have a relative peace in the southeast as well as the whole Nigeria that Kanu be made to remain in detention pending the resolution of an appeal already filed at the Supreme Court. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, says unregulated use of social media and other digital platforms is posing enormous challenges globally. The minister reiterated this position at a session to welcome participants to the Global Media and Information Literacy Week held in Abuja. In addressing the global challenge, the minister said there was an urgent need for every person to be equipped with the ability to critically evaluate and wisely use the information at their disposal. Lai Mohammed says he is optimistic that with the opinions, suggestions and contributions of participants at the sessions and plenary at the week-long event, solutions will be profiled to the challenges. With the theme Nurturing Trust, a media and information literacy imperative is being attended by 193 UNESCO members countries, physically and virtually. NTA ILORIN News Tonight continues after this time out.
Sports Zone. This is your sports rendezvous, happening in the world of sports. You deserve to know. You want it analyzed? Sports Zone on NTA ILORIN, both local and international. You get the breaking news and the history, analyzing with brilliant sports exponents. Live every Wednesday, 9 to 9:30 in the morning. That's the time for your wonderful moment in sport infotainment. Sports Zone. Join us. Let's set the agenda.
Welcome back. We are still watching NTA ILORIN News Tonight. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, says a falsified augmentin 625 milligram tablets are already in circulation within the country. The agency, in a statement signed by the director, has thereby directed all its branches across the country to carry out surveillance and up the falsified augmentin tablets. The statement advised wholesalers, distributors and pharmacies to obtain medicine from authorized and licensed suppliers, as increased vigilance is encouraged within the supply chain to avoid infiltration of the falsified product. The agency also urged Nigerians to report any suspicion of adverse drug reactions immediately to a nearby hospital. Substandard medicine notice should also be reported to any nearest NAFDAC office. And now, entertainment news. Popular street pop singer Bella Shmurda has teased a new single ahead of the upcoming release of his debut album, Hypertension Kasaraji, as details of these and more from the world of entertainment.
Bella Shmurda's new single, which is said to be the third track in the upcoming album, is a mid-tempo Afro-sync record that has Bella in a storytelling mode, sharing the carefree side of him, which doesn't care about the opinions and criticisms of others. Hypertension is said to be released on October 27, 2022, and it will be Bella's debut album, as he has already released some singles of the album, including Newborn Fella and Philo featuring Omale. Meanwhile, Nigerian comedian turned singer Kata Efe has dropped a new single dubbed Ikebe Super, following the massive success of his song Machala with Berry Tiga. The singer pleaded to Nigerian artists and his fans to support him so as to make it back to the top of music charts with his new song. The candidature of Funke Akindele as PDP Deputy Governor in Lagos State has pitched the governorship candidate Olajide Adeniran, aka Jandor, against the elders of the party who prefer Debo Road's rival. A national leader of the party, Chief Bode George, told journalists in an interview that Jandor deceived the elders and single-handedly picked the thespian. Jandor has however replied that he never had any agreement with the elders when they made their suggestion, noting that the appointment of his running mate is his sole prerogative. Kauthar Raji, NTA News.
And our sports. Newly elected NFF President Ibrahim Gusso will be in India to chair the Flamingos to reach a historic Under-17 Women's World Cup final. David Tutor has details of these and more from the world of sports.
Gusso, after congratulating the team for their hard-earned win, told the Flamingos he will arrive in India tomorrow, a day before the clash with Colombia in the semi-finals of the Under-17 Women's World Cup. The winners of the clash will take on the winners of the second semi-final between Germany and Spain, while the finals and the third place will be staged on Sunday, October 30th in Navi, Mumbai. Manager of the Republic of Ireland female team Vera Pauw stated that they are not scared of Nigeria's Super Falcons and they are ready to give their best. The draw for the 2023 Women's World Cup, which was released on Saturday in Auckland, saw Ireland drawn in Group B alongside Nigeria, Canada and the host, Australia. The Falcons will open their campaign against reigning women Olympic champions Canada on 21st July 2023 before facing co-host Australia 27th July. African Boxing Union champion Tony Salam lost the WBC international title to WBC Asia champion Seda Avic after his injury prevented him from fighting when the two met in the ring in Istanbul, Turkey. Salam, who fights under Nigeria's leading boxing promotional company, Saleh Globes Promotion, couldn't take the vacant belt and dent the Turkish champion's unblemished record as Avic remained undefeated and added the WBC international title to his collection. David Tuta, NTA News.
Now a quick look at the weather forecast for tomorrow, Tuesday, 25th October 2022. And that weather forecast wraps it up on NTA ILORIN News Tonight. Thanks for watching.
Good night.